Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video will be about whether you need an iPad as a student. Well, an iPad is definitely not a must and you'll be completely fine without one, but the iPad does help a lot when it comes to note-taking, and I believe that most students would enjoy using an iPad for school. I have personally used an iPad for more than a year now, and it has been an amazing experience. And I really wish that I had gotten my iPad way earlier than that. So in this video, I will be sharing the pros and cons of the iPad that I found as a student, and hopefully this video will help you out. The main reason of getting an iPad as a student is to take digital notes. So most of my pros will be mainly focused on the note-taking part on the iPad. So the first pro of the iPad is the ability to rearrange your notes. So what I mean by this is that using the selection tool, I'm able to just select parts of my notes and move them around the page freely. So this just helps a lot with organizing my notes for better reading when I'm doing revision. This, however, cannot be done on paper, and what I used to do back then whenever I ran out of space is to draw arrows or some triangular symbol to insert certain information into the page. And the layout just gets kind of messy and it's harder to read when I'm doing my revision. So with this selection tool, I'm able to just focus on writing down my notes, and then I can rearrange my notes later on. The second pro of the iPad is it allows you to annotate on slides and digital textbooks. You could just download the slides given by the lecturer and import it directly into your note-taking app and start annotating on it. I found that annotating on lecture slides to be so much more efficient, as I could just pay attention and try to understand what the concept is about, rather than just copying down all the information that has been already provided in the lecture slides. The third pro of the iPad is better organization of your notes. With everything being digital, it's more easier to organize the notes, it's more easier to find your notes, and you also have the option to back up your notes as well. There are two main popular note-taking apps on the iPad, which are GoodNotes and Notably. And both of these apps, they provide a good organization system. GoodNotes does this by the folder system, and Notably does it by divider system. Both apps also has a search tool for your notes, and this is just a really quick way to quickly find your notes when you need it. With the search tool, I'm able to just type in the keyword that I want, and all the notes with the keyword will be pulled up and I can read through them. And this is just so much faster compared to the traditional ways of revisiting your notes, where you have to flip through every single page on the notebook. This is especially useful when I'm doing practice paper and I encounter problems that I just don't know the answer to. Then I'll just refer to my notes and type the keywords in, and all the notes with the relevant information will be pulled up and I could just get my answer from it. So the next pro of the iPad is there's no need for extra pens and highlighters. Everything just condenses into one single Apple Pencil. And if you want to do digital note-taking on the iPad, the Apple Pencil is a must. All the colors of the pens, the highlighters, and even the eraser tool can be accessed on the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil just removes all the friction to grab between different pens, different highlighters, and eraser. With this, I could just double tap on the side to switch between the pen and the eraser tool. And this just makes it so much more convenient, and the note-taking experience is so much more enjoyable. Since there's no need for extra pens, papers, and notebook, the iPad is lightweight and portable, and it's the only thing I bring along with my laptop to classes. But I do bring some extra pens and papers just in case my iPad died on me. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So the last pro of the iPad is a feature that I use almost all the time, which is taking a screenshot with the iPad. This can be done by dragging the Apple Pencil from the corner of the screen towards the center, and it will take a screenshot immediately, and I can just send it to my friends or my lecturer. And the best part about this is that I don't have to save the screenshot onto my iPad. I could just quickly grab a screenshot, send it to someone, and delete it immediately after. So now let's move on to the cons of the iPad. So the first con of the iPad is obviously the cost, and getting an iPad can be expensive when you add up all the extra accessories. To take notes on your iPad, you need an Apple Pencil, a case, you need a screen protector, you might want a keyboard, and you need to purchase the note-taking app to take your notes. And all of that adds up to a cost that can be quite expensive, especially for students. However, I think that the iPad is such a great investment that will worth your money. The cheapest iPad that you can get right now, I think, is the 9th generation iPad, and that's all you need in order to get the note-taking experience on the iPad. The second con of the iPad is that it depends on your course and your subject. If you are taking some subject that needs to write a lot and typing might be faster, then maybe getting a laptop is better than an iPad. And it depends on your lecturer as well. If the lecturer is going way too fast and you just can't keep up with handwriting your notes, then typing is the way to go. The third con of the iPad is that if you're someone who just prefers typing over writing your notes, then just get a laptop instead of an iPad. But if you're someone who just wants to handwrite your notes and to also type your notes, then you can get an iPad and get a separate keyboard for your iPad, and that works out as well. I hope this video has been helpful. If I did convince you to get an iPad for school, make sure to check out my video on the iPad Air 4 storage. Even if you're not getting an iPad Air 4, it will give you some ideas about how storage works on the iPad. And yeah, hopefully this video has provided you some value, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.